A North American showdown about to happen here live on stage at the CORSAIR DreamLeague Season 12 at DreamHack Rotterdam, Rotterdam Games Week. And for this North American showdown, we switched it up on the panel because I got a different co-host, Lacoste.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Welcome, Lacoste. And yeah, it's good to be here. North American Dota is the best Dota in the world, and what we are about to witness is just going to be amazing.
It's working. It's working. Wow, Grant, you sure looked a little different today.
I must say, you almost sounded convincing there.
Well, you know, sometimes being sarcastic is my thing, but I needed to pull off my inner grand.
It's working, indeed. I agree. But we also need a fourth. We need a fourth. Who could fill that spot? It could be Lizard. We go more European on this panel. Play him in, Thomas.
Oh no, I'm outnumbered.
EU!
Yes. Moxie, how you feeling?
Thank you,
These
Thomas.
are my two favorite Balkan Slavs, so I'm good.
All right.
I'm good.
Yeah, we don't have a third one.
What's up, Mox?
I could say only my favorite Balkan Slav, Lacoste. Be careful.
True. That's true, Moxie. I like the way you're thinking.
Yeah.
So we got on one side Demon Slayers, and I know that they are named after an anime series.
Yes.
However,
Lizard likes anime.
I choose to believe
I'm done.
that they are called that because Demon is the coach of J.Storm.
Oh.
You know.
Oh.
The plot
So we
thickens.
have some beef here
Yes,
versus two NA
that's what I'm
stacks.
saying. That's
We
what
don't
I'm
need the EU NA beef. We have the NA beef. Just let them kill each other. That's it.
So we're going to see happen. Winning here, winning this series will double your prize money. Winning this series will also mean that you're not coming last, which I think, you know, it just feels bad.
For NA, that's good.
There's no last spot. Two teams are sharing the last spot, so
True.
that's kind of win situation
And
as well.
one of them will guarantee be NA.
Yay! NA!
All right, let's focus on J.Storm first. J.Storm, we have actually not seen them play on stage yesterday. We had other games that we covered, but all right, just to give you a quick rundown, they had a rough series against Alliance.
Mm-hmm.
But then they had a good series against Flight of Moon.
Everyone had a rough series against Alliance.
Everybody lost against
was
Alliance
the
yesterday, right?
Top contender there.
True.
But Flight of Moon, yeah, it seemed pretty easy. They took them down during the major qualifiers. J.Storm looked extremely good. They even beat Quincy Crew 2-0. I think they understand this kind of a sustained meta where they have a lot of saves, a lot of heals, and it's working out well for them.
It is.
Yeah, like the great connoisseur of NA, Dota said, Grant, it's all about the sustain and farming the jungle in the NA. And J.Storm, they pretty much are handling that really well. You get some Abaddon, some Omni Knights, and you just chill in the jungle. Also, they have that one person called, wait, what is it? Is it 9?
9.
They do.
They do have a 9. He's EU.
He's
so
German,
it's
yes.
not completely NA. That's why they're winning.
Okay, so we know which team these two are going for, right? The one team, the EU player.
They also have South American.
There is a South American player
Yes.
here today, too. Yeah.
Yes.
Got a lot of representation.
Now, when I asked you guys which player you wanted to focus on for J.Storm, Moxie, you went for Brax.
I'm a big Brax fan here.
Yes.
I know my boy Jenkins would want me to shout him out, send him a little bit of love. But yeah, you know, Jenkins jokes he's best off-laner NA, and I don't think Jenkins is joking. I think he really loves him that much. But he's a great player, and
Right,
it's been very
that's
exciting.
9, right?
That
They
is
put 9 up there.
EU #1, confirmed.
Yeah.
This is a conspiracy, DreamLeague. DreamLeague, why you do this to me?
No, but I mean, Brax has been playing competitive since 2012. He's one of the old school players. And he actually had a portion where he took quite a long break.
Yes.
Where he wasn't playing competitively.
Actually, they dropped me off. I got the first chance to meet him on this DreamLeague. They dropped me off in the wrong hotel.
Okay.
And he was the only one around, so had a small chat with him. Didn't seem super excited about the games, but he played really well yesterday.
He's a quiet person.
Yeah, he is one of the chillest dudes in Dota. And back in 2012, was one of the first Westerners who kind of invaded the Chinese scene.
He was on the first LGD games, right?
In at home, they rebranded into LGD International.
His headshot is always from that team, too.
Yeah.
The very glamorized, like, very serious, like, I think his elbow's on his knee or something.
Very
The
professional.
Thinker, right?
Yeah, the Thinker one. That's always his headshot that he uses.
Because you played TIs with him, right?
I didn't play with him in the
No,
team.
not with him, but at the same TIs.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. How does it feel seeing him play? Like, would you like
That's
to
a long
play?
time ago, back in the days when I was good,
It
you know?
is.
You're still good in our hearts, Lucas. Don't worry.
All right, that means a lot, Moxie. Thank you.
All right, well, J.Storm's about to face Demon Slayers, and before this series, we had a chance to talk to Nine. Let's hear what he had to say.
Going up against Demon Slayers, we're kind of confident because we know them from the NA qualifiers, and I think we got the upper hand. Of course, there's maybe some kind of picks we have to look out for. Maybe they prepared something new, which we don't know yet, so we will find out.
You gotta be prepared for everything, but it sounds like they're quite confident, which is sometimes a trap as well.
They should be confident, considering what they've been playing yesterday, the kind of drafts that they've been drafting for J.Storm. I believe they have a different concept about how this meta should be played. That's partly because of Nine. He is just a midder that creates a lot of space. Coming from EU scene, he's been very popular with his Pangos mid, even when he was playing, I believe, in Penta. And that allows Brax, that we just talked about, to play these greedier offlaners. You have these Enigmas, you have these Magnuses. With a Pango on mid or a hero that's similar like that, that's super active, you can afford yourself to have a greedier offlane. So
Yep.
we'll see if that works for them versus Demon Slayers.
I love the teams who have a different kind of approach to the game, and I think they're the ones in this tournament. They kind of have different mentality, what needs to be done, but they definitely understand the game and how it should be played. Like, they understand the map movement and everything, and I think they improved a lot. Sieging Tier 3 tower is still the hardest thing in Dota, and they know how to do it.
All right, well, let's focus on Demon Slayers a little bit, because they have not had a lot of wins yesterday. Actually, they had none, but we did see some crazy game between them and Alliance, I believe it was.
With Annihilate, right?
With
Playing the
Annihilate
Earthshaker.
Shaker, or was it against Liquid? It was against Liquid.
Liquid.
Yes.
Alliance, Liquid, who knows even anymore? It's the same team.
Yeah, but it was new Liquid. So I actually, like, that was a really fun series to watch, and I feel like that's when they really started to click. And that was their last game, so today.
Here's the fun fact, is the fact that Annihilate did not qualify with them.
Correct.
He is a stand-in that came in.
It was Chad,
It was
right?
Chad, yeah. Chad was the one, but unfortunately could not make it.
What happened to him? Did he go on a vacation or something? That's what
Maybe.
I
I
heard.
think they were just trying
He's just
things
chilling.
out. They also
Who needs
had
tournaments?
They also had a
qualified.
different player for the qualifiers as
Yeah,
well.
I believe that they're now in the process of trying out new mids. So
Yes.
I don't think Chad's coming back.
No.
No. And it's a good thing that we don't have him as our focus player, because we have CORSAIR to talk about. This is actually, like, if you especially if you compare it to Brax. Brax started in 2012 in Dota 2 competitive. CORSAIR, I remember having to go up to him because his previous nickname was very not PG-13. I had to go up to him at the first DPC event, asking him, hey, what do you want your nickname to be? Because I'm not going to say that on the broadcast. And he went for CORSAIR.
All right, you're gonna tell me later what it was.
So
It's
you created
FNA.
this nickname. Is that
It's
it?
not a, like, but then the full word.
All right.
So it's not that bad. But what is it? What did you say?
Yeah, you created this nickname then. You
No,
molded this man.
He said it. I think this is his real name.
You forced it though.
Well, I asked, like,
He was like,
what do
give
you
me
want
some
to be
nickname.
called?
He was stuck there. He couldn't think of anything else. Just use my name. God damn
Yeah, but this guy has been around forever because, you know, I cover a lot with the South American scene, and I've seen him play on multiple stacks. He played on SG for quite a while, and he's been around, like Cheever was saying. And it's a bit weird for me to see him in the position 1, because usually, I think he played a lot of position 2 for a very long time. He was a mid player.
It is his last name, by the way.
This is last name, okay.
Just in case. But yeah, he has been around for a while,
Yeah.
and he has grown, and he's obviously one of the first South American players, or one of the few that actually went outside of South America and is now in North America playing.
They played with Liposa, 4DR, Francis Lee, which he's on team right now, and one more American.
That was for SG. They went down during the qualifiers at one point. They almost made it, too.
They looked
It was against
really
Kane
good
Gaming.
back at that time.
I really wish that they had gotten 2 slots for SA at that time, because that was such a good showing. But no.
But before we start, the most important thing, is it Costa Bile or is it Costa Bile?
It sounds stabile, right? Because South America.
It depends on who you talk to, because Shiver talked to him and he said Costa Bile.
Costa Bile.
But if you talk to fans, they'll say Costa Bile.
But wait,
I'm pretty sure that he knows better than the fans, right?
I am totally down on asking him later on.
Well, maybe if they win, maybe he'll come sit on the couch.
Exactly.
And we can ask him.
Then we can
before
have
that,
a Costa Bile. No.
La Costa Bile. Excellent.
Before that, we just heard what Nine had to say before their match. Let's find out what Juan had to say before his match here.
J.Storm, they're like a major team, right? They're going to the major, so they're gonna be a top team to beat. But you know, like even though we lost our games in the first day, we're gonna come back strong today. So I have great confidence in my teammate, and we're not gonna give up easily. We had a discussion last night. So I told my team members, you know, let's not give this up easily. Let's trust each other, and I'll pick. We're gonna have great heroes against them today.
Inspiring words. Of course, J.Storm in this iteration is relatively new, relatively fresh, and dealing with a series that they had yesterday against Alliance is super important to be able to grow and move forward.
It doesn't matter. Once you're in lower bracket, you just need to win the games. It's that easy.
Yeah.
It is that easy.
Like,
You know what's
it doesn't
also
matter if
easy?
you're 0 and
Just win.
4. What is it?
It's walking up this stage to your computers. Rotterdam, please make some noise for J.Storm and Demon Slayers.
Go! NA! Wait,
J.Storm.
someone's missed it.
Yay, Demon Slayers!
You won, Demon Slayer!
J.Storm!
Oh, here they come.
Bring those beautiful faces up here.
Go!
He's waiting for you.
You got it. It's all good. It's a jungle out there. Definitely amazed. And welcome on stage. Looking forward to seeing these two teams play and go head to head. It should be a great showing. Now, obviously, before, when the game starts, let's put it that way. When the game starts, people can vote MVP. You can't do that during the draft. You can't do it now when you see all the commands. You've got to wait until the game starts before you start spamming your MVPs, but you can once it started. Hashtag, and then the player names are your commands. I believe that all names are pretty straightforward this time
I
around.
believe I Annihilate is not getting an
that's
MVP,
true.
considering that even
That is
Brand
true.
who's from America
have
doesn't know how to spell
very
it.
short names. I have a feeling that'll be
Look at that.
Was it only Owen that knew how to spell it yesterday?
He nailed it.
Yeah, he nailed it.
Yes.
But
I think J.Storm has the advantage, right? All their names are super
I mean,
short.
Moo is going to win.
Moose or Moo?
Moo.
Moo, okay.
Because Moose is
But
an
there's
extra
Moose
letter.
as well.
There's Moose and Moo.
So they can mess it up.
Oh, they might share votes.
Yeah.
What if they do it wrong?
They might. What are we thinking here, by the way? I feel like J.Storm, obviously a major competitive team. Like, they are going to the major. They're looking good. Demon Slayers definitely coming in as the underdogs. But we have seen them play really well yesterday. What are we thinking going into this series, the cost?
They should not be underestimated, for sure. Like, they took a game of Quincy Crew in the DPC qualifiers. They know how to play. Their general understanding of the game is there. I think what they need to work on is they mess up the drafts in the 4th and 5th pick. First 3 picks pretty much always looks really solid, really good, and then it just goes downhill. They also need to pick more stuns, more lockdown, because they will get Storm Spirited, the Ember Spirited in the 5th pick, or even Brood Mothered, so they need to be careful about that.
So the draft.
Yeah, we saw the Demon Slayers yesterday, right? Like opening up with Zeus. What was it? Zeus Grimstroke.
Plus tanking.
Yeah. They need some beef on those supports, perhaps. Zeus and Grimstroke are really good individually, but perhaps combo it up like Liquid is doing. Perhaps some task or something similar, you know, some beef together with that Zeus, and then you have a startings of a pretty decent draft.
Well, you're all talking about the draft, and we want to have the draft started. But before we get to the draft, we're going to take a quick break. But when we're back, we're in the game between J.Storm and Demon Slayers.
Anytime you're feeling weak, just look within. Pull it out, remind yourself the reason why you're suffering this way. The reason why you face adversity, just living day to day. So I'm writing out my problems into something I can phrase and it plays. I can control the weather until it fades. When it does, I could be on the edge of losing faith. Hold a tight grasp, and if it burns, swallow the pain. Open up another bottle for me to swallow again. What is fame if you don't give up something big in exchange? Feeling faint cause you're pouring your heart every night and going to savor. If they ignore it, then you drink it yourself because it stings. And they get it from him as long as he thinks. I'll take you through the storm, those rainy days, those windy moments, those freezing nights. I'll take you through the storm, when it's all coming down, the clouds are coming down, the stars are coming down. I'll take you through the storm.
A battle of the minds between J.Storm and Demon Slayers. That is what we are soon going to see as we are about ready to head into the draft of this first game of the series. We had our first 3-game series, previous series. And I'm curious, is this going to go to 3 games? Because you guys all said it's the draft, it's a draft. But you can be a little bit more decisive with where your favor lies. Is it clear-cut, J.Storm's going to take this? Is Demon Slayer's going to take this? Are they going to take a game of J.Storm? Are they going to take a series of J.Storm? What's happening?
If you give a good hero to annihilate, perhaps.
I don't want ifs. I want concrete.
Okay, we're going to see 2-game victory for J.Storm.
Bold prediction.
There. Thank you very much. You put me on a spot, and then yeah, good job, Lizard. Bold prediction. It's not bold. I was forced into this.
Well,
I think it's good to be decisive and have something to stand strong behind.
Everybody probably thinks that J.Storm is the better team out of those two, but Demon Slayers, they can pull out a big win in this one. I'm pretty sure. If they have a good draft. So
pretty sure.
Before we start the draft, I'm going to say 80 to 20.
It's all if, pretty sure, maybe. What's
decisive.
up with this? Come on, be decisive.
You want to show us how it's done?
J.Storm 2, 1 game here, Demon Slayers, because you know what's going to happen is Demon Slayers, they're going to show up, they're going to show off, and it's going to probably have J.Storm take the first game, second game Demon Slayers are going to get in there, and then the last game is going to be a nail-biter. Yeah,
I love that, Moxie. Can you tell us the drafts as well?
I can tell you all the drafts, baby. Let's go.
Try to summon it.
No, but we all agree that it's J.Storm that comes out ahead here, and that it is a draft that is going to be super important. We talked about Annihilate in terms of having a big showing yesterday. Are there any more people that you want to see step it up from yesterday compared to yesterday?
I think Old White is their playmaker, their offlaner who creates a lot of space for the team. And if he's not having a good game, they are not having a game at all, because the way they draft is they have position 4 and 5 who have no control, and usually he's the one that has a stun. So if his Blink Dagger is delayed, it's really tough to play from behind.
Yeah, they can't be rotating with 2 supports across the map, creating space around the mid lane and the safe lane. They need to invest more resources into that offlaner for their whole lineup to be capable of just catching targets or killing anyone. If their 2 supports are unable to do that on their own. They could go for more utility-based offlaners like everyone else is doing, But so far, they've been picking these Sand Kings and whatnot for Mr. All White.
Well, I think it's kind of difficult too because they've got Flea, right?
Yeah.
And Flea is known, like, he got really popular, especially when he was during the knockoff siren, like position 4, because he was always able to find farm, because he's very greedy, but also show up for the right fights. And I think that's kind of a difficult balance, right? You need to make sure that your offlaner is getting something, and your 4 kind of has to step back a little bit. Otherwise, your 5 is just in a corner crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked a lot about offlane yesterday. We talked about offlane today. When we talked about meta, that is kind of what the current meta is. It's like, throw your offlane to the wolves, but give him a hero that he can still make plays on, regardless of how much farm he gets. Right? And that's what you're saying too. Like, if he's not taking farm, the position 4 should be taking that.
Well, I think it's a balance. I think they need to make sure that they can make both of them sustainable, which could be a little bit difficult. And right now the meta isn't really like I don't know. It doesn't feel like the force can be like ultra greedy like they used to be able to.
Yeah, definitely not. That's because usually teams play these offlaners that bring a lot to the table if you support them a bit, right? And the 4 is just there fighting all the time. That's the difference between this patch and some patches before. Position 4 is just there as a bodyguard. Just like a position 5 is on a safe lane, position 4 is doing the same thing but on the offlane, right? You're protecting your offlaner, you're fighting, you're maybe bringing a little bit of aggression. And there are some offlaners that give enough space to the 4 for him to become a core as well, and perhaps this is the duo of Demon Slayers that can do just that. But for that to happen, they first need to win that lane. They need to dominate them.
We've seen in the previous series how effective Tusk can be, and I want to see something like that. I know Francis Lee can play a really good Earth Spirit, and I want to have a hero that can move, especially if the game is not going well for them. If the laning stage falls apart, they need to not just counter-react to what enemy team is doing, but also have something taken out of their books, maybe play a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
But why don't we see the Earth Spirit? Because we asked that actually, was it during the pre-show?
Yeah.
We were talking about, like, why isn't anyone picking Earth Spirit?
There are heroes that are just... I believe he will come back very soon. But there are heroes that are just stronger than him in the laning stage when it comes to the bullying compartment. Because if you're thinking about Earth Spirit, what's an Earth Spirit doing? He's hiding in the woods waiting for the perfect moment to roll in so that you can get a pick off or some follow-up, right? But what are actually most other position 4s doing? They're just there. Yo, bro, fight me. That's it.
I like that you're getting the NA vibe here,
I'm in it. I'm in it.
So earlier today, we talked about the 4 heroes that have been in every single draft, banned or picked. A lot of those actually made it through. We still have Gyro, Abaddon, and Kunkka.
There's a Void.
Kunkka got banned. A Void is still in?
There's a Void open.
And Shadow Demon are still in the pool. So
there's a Pango as well.
Abaddon. Sorry about that one.
Pango is actually played quite a lot by J.Storm. Wouldn't be surprised to see that one coming from them. But considering just how strong this Abaddon is, if he's played on position 3, they can get something more greedier on that mid lane.
I do like seeing 9 on that. That was one of the heroes that he made waves with. Yeah. It was one of the heroes that is where he got a lot of fame from.
It's fun to watch too, always amusing to watch a Pango. If he's doing well, it's fun. If he's failing all his swashbuckles, that's also fun because you're just thinking, all right, I can actually be a pro again. Never happens. Gyro, all right.
So of the 4, Void is the only one not picked yet, or banned for that matter.
I guess that's one of the reasons why they went with the Rubik, so he can steal the Chronosphere. He's also extremely good against Abaddon, stealing pretty much anything from him. Can benefit the team.
There it is.
I don't know, I still feel that Void is a stronger carry right now, no? All things considered. Gyro just falls to him unless you get some sort of a save with this Gyro. But you opened up with Rubik Gyro, which means you won't have this Shadow Demon or something similar that will prevent Void from hitting you in the Chrono. One of the reasons, I believe, why NIP is loving that SD to it is they're safe. Even if you let the Void go through, you have the SD to counterplay him in that Chronosphere. We'll see. They ban out the Legion on one side.
I mean, earlier too, like when you were casting that game, actually, all of us on panel, we're sitting here, we're like, yeah, no, look what have this. And Shiver goes, they have Faceless Void on Fly to Moon. Yeah. And he showed up. He absolutely showed up. Obviously, it was a team effort, but...
Yeah, you should never underestimate the Faceless Void as a hero, especially in the mid and late game. They ban out Lina.
I mean, if I see these 2 openers and I would not see the bans, I was like, how on earth did J.Storm get both of those, right?
But on the flip
very
side, you know,
good.
they got the gyrocopter, which has been hotly contested. I feel like Void is the better carry, though. Like
I agree.
Roser was
Definitely,
saying.
he's more contested.
So maybe they're just more comfortable. It could be a flex pick too.
I believe
Keep in
his
mind
win rate
that-
is higher too, right, Mox? Like quite a lot. We've seen
believe so,
more
yes.
Voids win than Gyros.
But I mean, it's one of those things too where you have a gyrocopter, so you can be very aggressive early, right? Because it's one of those heroes that's not going to just sit in the jungle, farm. You know, we joke around about the fact that NA, we really love hitting those creeps. But gyrocopter is going to be one of those heroes that are very active, and I hope that, you know, when they see a good fight, he's going to go and TP over, because that's what Nico Baby's been doing over on NIP, and he's been fantastic with it.
One
So he
good-
finds a farm and
good-
then just heads out. Like his efficiency is off the charts.
J.Storm needs to pick some kind of a damage that they can throw into the Chronosphere. Abaddon doesn't provide anything. Skyrat Mage still in the pool, one of the better pairings with Faceless Void.
It's interesting though, who was it? In the last series, my brain just turned off. That played Void and Tide, the Iceberg Fly to Moon.
Yeah.
Like they played the Void and the Tide and they had no damage in the Chrono, but...
They still managed. Well, they held it. They held their ults, like the perfect
It worked
timing.
for them because it was a very specific game. But I agree completely with Lacoste. I believe in this kind of a match, they need some sort of extra damage in that Chronosphere. 9 is an insane invoker, but we don't really see that hero a lot. Some Lina that's been banned out would be
Banned
decent
out.
too. OD perhaps.
I mean, OD wouldn't be the worst for Demon Slayers either, just because it does provide that save.
Yeah, OD plus Gyro, it's an old school combo of cores that can pretty much... They're really good together because you can play them either way you want to. Like one can be active while other is farming, or let's say Gyro can be active, OD is farming, you know. You can adjust your item builds to your game plan, and you can adjust your item builds to the fact which hero needs to be faster, like which hero you actually need to come online earlier. There we go. Like, yeah, exactly, case in point. Like, why not pick Jakiro? If you remember, they had a game with Void plus Undying. I believe it was today. Why not pick Jakiro instead of that Undying? You get so much damage in the pit instantly.
All right, this is what I
Axe.
like from Demon Slayers. A lot of control. Now with the Axe, you can control the Abaddon, as well as Faceless Void, a lot of stuns and a lot of magical damage. I'm not sure if Abaddon is enough of a save for this Faceless Void in this. I mean, they have Jakiro, so it's one of the better counter-initiating heroes in the game with the Ice Bat.
Yeah, but
Especially if you know how to land it.
Well, hopefully they know how to land it at this point.
it won't help you though, right? Like even if you shield the Void, it doesn't matter versus the Axe. Like you're still caught. And then you have the Ogre with the follow-up. Yeah, Void will have to play super carefully this match. He can't be called by Axe once he gets that blink and whatnot.
Kind of disappointed that Jakiro and Ogre are not on the same team, so we don't have the forehead strat.
Forehead.
You gotta watch out though too, like the fact that the mobility right now on the side of J.Storm is a little weak, right? Because you know, Void can go forward, he can get that initiation, but the rest of the team right now is scrambling to catch up with him.
Yeah, you get Jakiro, which is the most tanky of the support heroes in terms of strength gain, but he's also one of the ones with the most slow turn rate.
Yeah.
So it's like good luck in anything if you want to get out.
Positioning is definitely going to be key for the side of Demon Slayers too.
They don't have the last pick, so they could just go ahead and pick their mid right now. But yeah, we'll see, because if they pick the second support, you're instantly revealing that Abba as a 5, but as an offlane. But I believe everyone knows that. All right, second support is out there, Witch Doctor. There's some even more damage in that pit.
So that means Abaddon is the core in this game, which Dr. and Jakiro will be position 4 and 5. I know that the Demon Slayers like to play Pagana, and it would be extremely good to have one here, but they swapped the mid laners, so I'm not sure if, who is it, Annihilate, does he play Pagana or not?
Yeah.
I'm sure he does.
Who's gonna be 4, who's gonna be 5 on J.Storm though? These two supports like Jakiro and Witch Doctor, when you see them, they're 5s. They're heroes that you really like to play on 5 more than you want them to be on 4.
I would prefer Jakiro because he naturally builds into Yule Scepter, which is great against Axe.
That's true. That would be amazing for them, yeah.
Is there a chance this is a Jakiro that might be ran as a core?
It's still
Does
possible.
Nine play that?
I don't really like it though.
No?
No, I think you need someone who does a little bit more early on.
I mean, if you had to choose between Abaddon and Jakiro, you most certainly take the Abaddon as a core.
Yeah.
It's much better for them to get these items earlier. And the Pugna ban is actually from the Demon Slayers instead.
Are they going to go like Leshrac, do you think, on the side of Demon Slayers?
That OD is also an option that we mentioned
That's
earlier.
true. I wouldn't be surprised to see J.Storm ban that or the Leshrac, honestly.
Yep. Some Lesh or some OD, pretty good bans.
10 seconds remaining.
What would you like to see, Lacoste?
I wanted to see Pugna, but they said if we can't have it, we're just going to ban it. I don't know, if we're not going to play it. They definitely need some kind of a, let's say burst, maybe a bit more burst damage on their side.
The most popular burst you hear is the Lena's taken out too, so.
When it comes to J.Storm, I believe they have a well-rounded up lineup already as these 4 heroes. You have some push, you have some late game potential, also a lot of utility. They can go either way they wanted to. They can just counter pick Demon Slayers too. They go with Invoker, yeah. Nine is a known Invoker player around here as well. Like, he's pretty good. Then again, Invoker really isn't in the best spot at the moment. We'll see how well he'll be able to do against Demon Slayers, who now get the chance to counter this Invoker on the mid lane.
Yeah, what do you think they'd like to play? What's Annihilate going to play against Invoker?
10 seconds remaining.
Let's see.
I don't mind seeing something like OD because he has a built-in save. It's great against Faceless Void pretty much at every stage of the game. Right now they have 0 saves unless they steal a Chronosphere.
A lot of it heroes over on the side of J.Storm right now too.
It seems like a clear-cut pick. What are the arguments against OD?
You only have that one save. If you use it on someone else in that chrono, they can go on you afterwards. Also isn't as fast-paced as the rest of his teammates.
We talked about this earlier, Lizard. It's all about the counter initiation.
Yeah. Something like a Storm would be perhaps all right for Demon Slayers if Annihilate plays it. They don't truly have a lot of reliable catch. What do you have? You have an Ice Bat and the chrono. If you want to be a bit more active, I guess Ember Spirit too is around. He's not banned.
What about a Quap?
Yeah.
Death Prophet it is.
All right. Something very similar to, in game plan at least, when Lacoste called for the Pugna. With that Prophet, you also get that extra pushing capabilities. Also, you have that AoE silence that's really good versus the Void and the Invoker before they get their BKBs up. So that Prophet does make their lineup look a little bit more solid. It's what I really like about that Prophet is it makes your draft easier to execute, and it's much easier to just form a good strategy around a hero that has such a clear-cut strategy, right? Just use your ulti push, push. That's about it.
And you don't want to chrono a Death Prophet when her ulti's up, especially early on.
She's going to be also very tanky to take down.
Yeah, this is the best draft that Demon Slayers had in this tournament, in my opinion, and they can pull it off, even though J.Storm has a lot of ways to just cancel the fight with either Ice Bat, with Tornado, or Chronosphere, a Baton sitting behind people. So they're going to need to reset a couple of times, and they have this big ulti cooldown on that Prophet. If they don't achieve anything with the DP ulti, the J.Storm is just going to take it. They can fight all the time.
Okay. Is a Death Prophet pick enough for you to go for Demon Slayers, or you still want to go for J.Storm?
I'm going to go with J.Storm.
Okay. How about you, Moxie?
Well, I did say that I thought it was going to be 1-1 for J.Storm, 1 for Demon
Yes.
and then, but
choose wisely.
I know, I have to choose wisely. I kind of like this draft coming out. If they can play it fast enough, I think they've got a really good potential to be able to take game number 1. So, you know, I'm going to go with Demon Slayers. Put me down for that.
Lizard?
Thank you, Moxie. I'm going with Storm.
Storm it
J.Storm
is.
for real.
Storm for me as well. I'm still yet to be proven. Demon Slayers have to prove themselves to me.
Hey, I've gotten a lot
game.
of predictions right today.
You
so.
did. We're going to find out what's going to happen here in the first game of this NA Showdown. And I know you've missed Grant as my co-host. You know, with an NA match, you might have expected to see him here on the panel, but what is better than being on the panel for Grant for an NA Showdown? That's right, having him cast together with Fog here for this NA Showdown series.
Thank you very much for that one, Shiver, and it sure is. It's NA versus NA. Fogged, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. I'm excited. I'm, you know, pretty intrigued by these reps. We get to see a baby Invoker. I mean,
yes.
That's pretty dope. When you got Annihilate on one of his most played heroes as well, that Death Prophet, he does love to play it.
Yeah, you see it already. Yeah, Juan, he's dead.
He is dead.
He is just going to get right-clicked by 4 heroes. You already have that Ab as
Give it a 9.
passive.
Oh, look at them giving it to 9 as well. Look at that. And he's got the Bassi to start too, which is like, that's the perfect way to have the game start out for him. Now he's going to have even more damage to be able to start out in that matchup in the mid lane.
Yeah, I'm looking at this, and the biggest thing I'm looking at is the 4 positions. I think Moose and Flea are probably the most individually skilled players on like each of their respective teams, and I'm curious to see how it goes. And yeah, Rubik starting boots first, no Bassi. We've seen most Rubiks actually start Bassi.
Yeah, the shift's really the shift happened into TI, right? Yeah. Like it was J.Storm before that when he played Rubik. Every single game was boots, and TI came around. It was like everyone just switched to Bassi.
Hey, 2 armor, 7 damage. Where's the 7 damage come from? Nobody knows.
8, isn't it?
Isn't it 8? No.
Yeah, it's 8.
Goodness,
yeah, look,
broken
8.
as hell.
Oh, yeah, plus 8. Yeah. It's insane. Yeah.
Well, so this gets the first range creep deny. How should that go? The Invoker versus the Death Prophet.
I mean, Death Prophet should overall be able to win it, but I think Invoker is going to be able to get all the last hits, and it looks like he's going to do at least what we see right now. It looks like it's going to be Quas Wex. So he should be able to just burn, and he should be able to sustain fine. So he should be able to pick himself up these last hits, and it should be pretty even.
Yeah, we'll see. And with Resolution going away, 9, the lone European, I know Rezo was a big part of the reason 9 came over, but man, during the major qualifiers, his Pangos, his Zeus's, his unconventional heroes just carried him through.
Yeah, I mean, I love watching 9. He's super individually talented. We saw there, like, even the little things. Immediately, as soon as he hits 2, he got the Tornado, secures range creep with it, even gets some harassment going. So right at the start, he's got actually a good advantage coming out in these first few waves in that mid matchup.
Yeah.
Hey, he's a good player. And he even picks up a Null too, so he's just going for that. He's just going for base damage right now. So now he actually has like pretty much even base damage versus Death Prophet, and he's got the out regen, of course.
When you played Invoker, that was still Exort times, right?
It was different because you didn't even have a Invoke at the start. You had to level up Invoke at 2, so you actually Invoker was a terrible hero at the time. It's gotten so much better. It still can be pretty weak, but at the time that hero was pretty dumpster.
Yeah, and here we see Moose. He pulls his creeps all the way back between a tier 2 and tier 3, but Juan, it's gonna be pretty hard to last hit versus an ogre.
I love seeing these. Just the battle. The new
is he gonna get the range? That's gonna be the question. That's 3 denies.
And he gives him the stun BM. Very nice.
Nice play by Juan. And as we've seen, Juan, he has been around for so long, carrying the Void Boys squad for a while in NA, but it's top lane. Haven't seen much out of it. Old White on that Axe going against Moo. And Moo's actually having a pretty good time up here. 8-2 versus Axe's 5-2.
Witch Doctor, one of the better heroes at just like holding your lane, just guaranteeing it, keeping that Void able to farm. But surprised to see the Fear actually committed a Maledict there, because it's level 1, it's a lot of mana actually.
And it's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad at level 1, yeah. It's like once you get to level 2, it definitely starts becoming way stronger, like doubles up obviously, but yeah, the first level of it's a bit underwhelming. Just
especially when you're just like playing and you're going for a kill, they're at like 200 life, you have the Maledict, you're like, oh, this is gonna kill, it does like 4 damage.
Yeah, it actually does nothing.
Well, yeah, Moo, he is farming, but he does have only level 2 of the time walk, so if he does get harassed quite a bit, he'll have to be careful.
Yep.
And it feels like this bottom lane, I doubt we're going to see many kills unless Costabile is out of position, because it's going to be tough to kill that Ogre unless you commit 4 heroes like they did earlier.
Yeah, I do like the J.Storm lane down here, though. I think it puts a lot of pressure onto the Gyro and Ogre. Even though Ogre is this like amazing hero at like securing your lanes, Abaddon and Jakiro are 2 of the strongest laners at the moment.
Yeah, and he has the Orb of Venom as well on Abby. You don't see that often, so he really wants to harass. And yeah,
Juan in trouble.
Yeah, I said the Ogre can't die, but got to be careful. Nice stun before he gets that 4th tick off.
Yeah, I mean, they need to be careful, I think, on the Radiant side down here, just a little bit, how far they step up because of those slows.
And now, Flea, look at this, pulling the creeps away that Fear can't himself. And now they're gonna run him down, yeah. Wouldn't be a first blood, but it would be a nice kill. Gonna throw the coconut. Won't bounce back again. Are you diving this? The tower's already hitting creeps on the other side, so it won't hit them. One more punch, and yeah, it will be Flea. And we've seen with this team, Flea, they play a lot like the secret duo up top, the 3-4. Flea takes almost all the farm, while Old White, it's like, well, good luck doing a lot with a little.
Yeah, it is interesting, though, to see that he did go for the boots when he's just strictly playing as a dual lane, right?
Yeah.
Like, the Bassi, some of those times, if you're just staying in lane, it provides so much benefit to both of you because it gives armor, HP regen, I thought maybe he'd be moving around a little bit more because he went for the boots, but I mean, they're still working out. They're still putting pressure on.
Yeah, they are in the Void. 17-4 versus X, 15-3. They do have that kill now.
Yeah.
And middle lane, 18-5 versus 14-4. So 9 still doing an amazing job against iAnnihilate here.
Yeah, I think the first blood definitely helps quite a bit because the extra base
gives
damage.
you like a full null, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And he's always going to be able to out-sustain like we were talking about with those points in Quas. Oh, bottom. The pressure.
He's there. He is taking so much damage. The Liquid Fire, just the right clicks from Moose, and he will back up, but both of them super low under this tower now, and they do have the Flying Courier. We'll see if they want to fly some stuff down.
I actually love this lane, this Abad and Jakiro. Like, even if they do, like, when they're going to get this kill here, they actually have so many ways to pressure tower. Right now, they can't, but when they're healthy, Liquid Fire plus the passive, like, these towers going to get brought down really quickly.
It felt like Juan, I mean, you never want to die, but did he want to die just to bring regen back to his gyro?
It looked like it, because they were feeling really, looked like pretty weird about that bottom lane.
Close play there. Fleet will make it out.
They throw the scan, the dire scan. They see Costabile.
Can he make it to the shrine? No. And now Juan, he actually needs to be a little bit careful.
He's got the boots of the gyro on him, too.
Oh, God. They don't help me run quicker, but he's just going to try to get out of there. The Orb of Venom continuing to slow.
All right, that was such a beautiful heads-up play there by J.Storm. They ditched the lane. They missed actually a full creep wave to secure bounty and then get that the scan on the shrine to see where the gyro was. That was a sick play.
And all 4 bounty runes going the way of J.Storm. And this is a game you don't want to be that far behind on Demon Slayers, because if you let a Void out-farm you, I mean, he's going to own.
Yeah, I mean, I look at their lineup and I feel like Demon Slayers has to be ahead in this game. If they start getting behind, we know what Void and Invoker can actually start to do. Like, this Invoker is going to be a massive space creator because he's going Quas Wex and he has such a great start. And he's going to be natural. I think this is another really cool thing, is like he's in Quas Wex Invoker versus a Death Prophet. So he's going to go Spirit Vessel, which is going to ruin Death Prophet quite a lot early on if he gets it. So, yeah, definitely a very good setup here and start for J.Storm.
And iAnnihilate falling a little farther behind. There's already the Malik, the first rotation coming out from Fear. It will only be the 5 position here, but still, a kill is a kill.
Probably feels like he did his job up top. He's probably like, I can actually just make moves now. Mu is free farming.
Yeah, he has the level 3 time walk now. You know, he can take off a lot more of that damage, isn't scared of the call.
And then we see 9 gets hit by a nuke, but then, triple Quas, 18.5 HP regen.
And he got both those denies as well.
Almost got the catapult, too.
All right, there's going to be a TP out of there by the ABBA, actually. He's going to just TP to the shrine. Heal on up, and Old White, this is what you I mean, this doesn't really do too much. You get a little extra farm from the creeps, but Void, he's cool just last hitting under the tower. He does not mind. We saw, this is the problem with creep cutting now. The 1 position just gets free farm.
Yeah, and the Void's he's already level 6. This is level 5 axe. He's going to start beating on him here. If they do have a TP rotation, Mu could look to go for a Chrono. They actually have the Invoker coming, so he's going to go for it.
Yep, there's going to be the Chrono. In comes the Invoker. There's the EMP, Cold Snap, and we'll get the kill on 9. Nice job. You want him to get the kill there. Going to run forward for Axe. He is not level 6, but here comes the Coconut. Going to throw down the Maldic. Doesn't matter. Stuns the flying. Looks like Dire wanted to rotate around that jungle, but Demon Slayers took advantage of that and just run at him. They might be able to find Fear now. Juan has a lot of mana. Yep, stuns, bloodlust, ignites if he wants. They're just going to blast. This will be another kill on Fear, and that's a double for Costabile. He's going to get level 6 off this wave as well.
Yeah, I love that. That was a good rotation. I think Flea's made the right move, just being like, all right, Top's dead anyway. Got to make our own move on the map.
And Axe, I mean, if the Void is free farming Axes as well, as long as he gets that Blink, you know the Void's going to farm. Just get Blink and move around the map.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough because I think you want to commit this DP ult usually pretty soon, right? You get it, maybe rotate bottom, rotate top, take a tower.
Yeah, he's going to have to get some type of decent rotation because you're looking at the net worth. I mean, he's 1,300 behind 9 already at this point. It's getting pretty insane. Even though he's the same level, that is pretty devastating.
Yeah, it is, especially as a DP, because you need items in this game. You need a Yules, you need some sort of armor item. It feels like you need a lot of stuff to survive a Chrono.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they have so many different things to pump into the Chrono this time. In the game actually earlier, really, but nope.
Let's see, he time walked in to get the kill. Nice rotation. Costabile, gets the double kill bottom and then rotates on top. And you have to kind of be wary because guess what? That is your safe lane. That's the tower the 1 position's looking to take.
Yeah, and Gyro is like, that's the most natural rotation for a Gyro, right? When like Aggressive played it, when Fear played it, this is a couple years ago and everything, everybody's been doing it anyway, but you play super active. That's the point of the hero. You get your phase, your drums, you run around the map.
And Flea, he could be in trouble because guess what? It's a rotation by the Invoker as well. Yep, he's going to pop it. Can he get out of here? They don't have the best lockdown. They have Coconut. There's a tornado. It will purge off the haste. And now they're just going to right-click. Can't even get the lift.
Earn charge acquired as well for 9, so.
Is under attack.
Dream rotation, they park moves in the mid lane to sap that experience as well to make sure Annihilate can't push, and they transition into their own.
Do you commit any of these earn charges, or do you save all of them for the Spirit Vessel?
Ooh.
That's always the question, because you're like, oh, it's a kill, I'm gonna throw it, and then all of a sudden you only have 1 charge, and you're like, uh-oh, I can never use this.
I think you just use, if you're setting up with cold snaps early on, like you just use the earn charges. Sure, you'll get your Spirit Vessel charges later on anyway,
and it feels
unless
like,
you use feed.
Yeah, every Void Chrono kind of feels like a charge on that, because he should be there getting the kill, and Brax gets the bottom tower, top tower going down as well, Annihilates here. Doesn't even look like they need his ulti. I'm curious if they'll maybe go for the tier 2. Doesn't look like it.
They've got wards set up kind of in the area. It looks like they maybe want to try to pressure it, but it is very scary to set up for that tower, especially when Chrono's up. Looks like he's just going to deny a little bit of a stack here.
Nice play. Costa Bile farming up, going for that drum can be a lot more active. It feels like feels like both teams honestly kind of wanted this 15-20 minute mark. They want to take the fight, so we'll see.
Yeah.
It's going to be all about vision, it feels like. You have the vision, you take the fight.
And both teams do have really good wards down at the moment. We see these very invasive wards by Demon Slayers up top, actually spotting pretty much everything. Xuan's done a good job of putting these down.
Yeah. And then bottom, the same exact, you see Fear just placed them in the bottom jungle.
Yep, both teams look like they're pretty much mirroring each other's movements at the moment.
Neither team has really committed to the middle tower, which Invoker versus DP, you'd think one of them would be pressuring the tower, maybe, you know, an Alacrity on top of the Siege Creep or some Ghosts, but still no ulti by the DP.
Yeah.
And I like this, 9 gonna steal their stack, so they're just stealing stacks from each other now too.
Yeah, it's actually just identical movements coming out from both sides at the moment.
Yep. And that's the thing, right? It's a regional matchup. They probably scrim each other. I'm sure one of the teams saw how the other one played, and they're like, that's a pretty good way to play the game.
Yeah, I mean, now we have these, we're right past the 10-minute mark, so catapults are about to hit towers, so I don't know if they're gonna actually make a move. Looks like the mid one, they do want to on the Radiant side.
They're fighting each other.
The catapults are dropping low.
Yeah. Who's gonna win this? Looks like Annihilate. Wait, hit it, yes? And he gets it. Too bad it's gonna die immediately. We'll get 1 hit off.
1 attack, all right.
And all right, Aphotic Shield stolen here by Fleet. One of the best you can steal, especially on a Rubik. Just, you don't expect to save half the time.
Having 9 move around so much, I saw that right. That Jakiro is level 8.
Yeah.
And the Baden's only level, I mean, the Void's level 8 too. Like, this Jakiro is super high level for his team right now. It's gonna be really nice for his damage that he can throw into the Chrono.
And just like, he's not really gonna die. Jakiro is one of the best strength gains in Dota, yeah.
1400. This guy is absurdly tanky.
You're actually just probably not killing him unless you commit everything.
Yeah, you have to really sandwich him either with a
and we
call
see
down or...
yeah, it looks like his first ulti used here on 2 double stacks, and he will be able to bring him down. So he is farming very nicely. Already has his Ograx after this if he wishes to buy it, or club, sorry.
It's a club.
Yeah, my bad, even though it looks like an axe. Now we are seeing the runes. It will be an arcane, the Ogre, or haste, pardon me. I'm colorblind. I'll pick it up. And there it is,
and the Vessel's already done. I feel like this is good for, this is really solid for J.Storm. I feel like they're the ones that are really happy with the pace of the game that's going right now. Well, Demon Slayers, I feel like they want to kind of be pressing the issue a little bit more. They're playing versus Void, Invoker, Abaddon. These 3 heroes are really absurd in the late game, as we've seen. I mean, the Invoker we haven't seen so much, but Void and Abaddon, we literally saw today the potential that these heroes can actually do.
We see it in the NA qualifiers. We actually saw so much Void versus Gyro. We started like, you start getting that 5th item with your Gyro, the Ags plus the Basher, and all of a sudden you start bashing the Void inside of the Chrono. And actually having quite a bit. I was like, that's odd.
I definitely saw a couple of those Basher ones. It was neat. You see,
it's
like,
funny,
what?
like,
but you're like, oh, it makes sense. You know?
Yeah, he's not just like, the fact you can attack in a Chrono is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, there's gonna be the Tornado, and guess what? You have the Spear Vessel as well, gonna throw it out, and this should be a pretty easy kill. He wants to get the Sentry Ward, but he can't. Just stuns in an instant smoke. They saw it.
He looks like he knew. Yeah, he's pinging it.
Yeah, Teal is, and there's gonna be a jump in the middle. Can they bring him down? Do they have the dunk? Nicely done. The Ghosts are here, so it is gonna be tough if they want to rotate still. And Costa Bile's here. They might actually just throw the ulti down, try to slow down Fear and Brax. There it is. Fear could be in trouble, but the Coconut is bouncing back and forth. The Rocket is on the wrong target. Fear, the call will be there. Nice job by Old White. And I mean, Old White has been amazing in the games they have played. He's always the one being the aggressor.
Just happy he rushed Blink. Just phase bracer. Like, I've seen a couple times still when I see like phase bracer when someone like buys like a Vanguard or something. I'm like, oh god, they need playmakers. Yeah, I hate that. So yeah, having this Blink, beautiful pickups there, finding
kills.
Yeah, he finds move. The Void was very far up. Looks like he was hoping his team would make it over there with him in time, but that's not the case as Old White.
Yeah, this looked like a tough kill, and I guess it still is, even with 2 heroes there. They don't want to commit uphill. You never know who's waiting up there, even though they do have the ward. Not near the shrine, though.
Yeah, I mean, what? It's a level, what, 1 or 2 Exort, and I think he has the Chaos Meteor talent. It's a level 1 Exort with the talent, but that's only the Meteor contact.
Yeah, it does like 60 damage in like 5. Yeah.
Not the best damage coming out from that one there.
Yeah, and look at this Demon Slayers. They take their first gold lead of the game after that fight. Death Prophet already has the Yules, just picked it up, as well as 2 Clarities. So Demon Slayers, they're looking pretty good right now.
Yeah.
That Maelstrom is going to be a ton of damage on the Void when he gets in about 600 gold.
Especially because it's going to be an Invoker sitting behind him with Alacrity for the most part. Like UFC 9's like holding it prepped in case Mu finds an opportunity for that Chrono.
And it looks like they might just give up this tier 2 tower for free. Not really pushing a tower of their own. Most of Radiant actually just hiding under that tier 1 middle. Did they smoke? No, they're just going to meander on bottom.
Yeah, just 4-man clearing out their jungle, showing the gyro top, kind of maybe trying to trick J.Storm a little bit, but J.Storm, they know something's up here. They're starting to set up for top already.
And it is the runes. There's going to be stunning. It will be a multicast. Will the Ogre be able to get around? The call's going to be there. He picks up the bounty rune. Will they be able to get moves as well? They sure will.
Ooh,
he steals the ice path. That's a big one, too, for fights. He's going to hit onto 2 of them. Will Moose get out there? He's so tanky with the shield. There it is. There's going to be the Maldic. The Coconut is bouncing, and there's going to be an easy kill onto Old White. He does get the call off again. Moose, will he finally go down? He's so tanky. Ice path will hit, but he dies. It's a 1-for-1 trade, and dude, the Jakiro's just so tanky. He can't do anything.
I cannot believe how long he lived. And Flea, though, during all that, gets, like you said, one of the most important pickups that he can in the game, this Ice Path.
And he has actually an Arcane Rune on right now. Oh, and that barely hits. He just pops the ulti. Nice call by Brax there. He's like, I'm just getting out.
Yeah, don't risk it.
And it's going to be pretty scary timing on Demon Slayers. You almost have the Axe on Gyro as well as level 12 on Death Prophet. Oh, hey, this guy just used his ulti. All right. They found him twice in a row.
I like how they picked up the pace. You know, I was mentioning how J.Storm, they're in a comfortable spot because Demon Slayers weren't playing aggressive, but now Demon Slayers, they got these items they wanted, and now they're making moves around the map, which is exactly, I feel like, how their draft should play. They can play very aggressive versus this pretty greedy lineup of J.Storm with that Invoker Void. Just if they can make it to late game, they'll be very strong, but yeah, Demon Slayers setting the pace a bit here.
Sentry Ward to counter a Sentry. There's going to be the Ice Path. It actually hits on 2 of them. Will they want to commit? No, because there's an Ice Path from the Dart. There's a nice 3-man silence from Annihilate. Ulti's going to fall down, but you're not killing this guy.
No.
And they will all make it out, so they get the tower, get out. Old White just going to farm up bottom.
How do you feel about when you see people Berserker call creeps instead of just clicking on an opposing hero on the map?
You know, it's what he had full mana, right?
Yeah, I know. It's just a curious one. I've heard different things about people thinking about that.
I mean, I've heard a lot of players who didn't even know you could do that, right? It's
That's
global,
true.
not in your lane. It's one of those things.
Yeah.
You probably should know.
Yeah.
And now Brax, he's got the Vlads, the Cloak. Looks like he wants to push out this middle lane, but versus a Rubik and versus a Death Prophet, the creep wave just dead.
They're setting themselves up so well to defend that mid tower here for Demon Slayers. Like the 2 heroes that need to be there, the Rubik and the Death Prophet, were there perfectly. So.
Sunstray actually goes up top, but they didn't have vision.
Yeah, he went.
Okay. Just shagging. Hopefully no one blinked up there. Old White's just sitting up there with a blink. Okay. You see J.Storm, they're grouping up. They pretty much have 4 or 5 bottoms. And yeah, this honestly feels pretty good for Demon Slayers because you have someone farming top, middle, as well as farming the jungle, and you're not getting picked off right now. Juan, he's playing that sacrificial 5 role we've seen kind of come back into prevalence.
Yeah, J.Storm is kind of just playing a lot of just moving around the map rather than just like hitting creeps while Demon Slayers is doing that. You see the Death Prophet has surpassed the Invoker, Gyro surpassed the Void. They're just hitting creeps and playing it a little bit more defensive while J.Storm's like actually kind of looking around for fights more now.
Yeah, no, Faceless Void can farm pretty quick, but not as quick as a Gyro, who is getting stacked for. We saw he killed like 2 double stacks. He just pops the flag, farming Ancients. Now, he has an Aghanims and 300 gold after he kills this creep.
And he'll always have, for the most part, he'll have Bloodlust in a lot of the fights until he gets dispelled by a tornado or something along those lines. But yeah, he's gonna be pretty strong.
Yep, but when an Invis rune on the Ogre, he might be able to sneak up on him here. And they do have the dunk through the ulti, maybe a Brax, if they time it right. Actually, it's pretty hard to time, especially at a low level. Can you even do it at level 1? Is it possible? I think you have to be level 2. Which he does have the level 12 dunk, we'll see. It's over, yeah, they're just positioning. I think Demon Slayers is completely okay with what's happening here.
Yeah, I mean, they seem to be very aware. Gets a tornado as well, another beautiful steal. Good way to counter-initiate.
Oh, and I believe, yep, Juan did see Moose, so they pretty much have full control of what's going on here.
Yeah, Costa Pila is just free farming.
If you are the J.Storm, what do you think what would you like them to do? Should they just fully 5-man commit on a tower? Should they look for pickoffs?
It looks like they really want to use their Chronosphere. I mean, and they're going to actually find the dream target. Old White's here.
That's a big chrono, but there are his whole team in there. Nice tornado coming out from Flea. There's going to be the meteor, though. Annihilate goes down already. They're trying to go on Moose still. You can't kill this Jakiro. The spins are there, but they won't get him. It's a nice two-man fear. It's a stolen ward by Flea who gets the kill. He's going to Fade Bolt, so they lose a little bit of damage. One bash should Shakir, though. They haven't quite got it. There it is. They're going to blast him down. Goes to Belay on that gyro, trying to run away. Doesn't look like they can find him. Maybe Moo will. Axe.
Oh, tornado off the mark.
Yeah. Juan, he's trying to bloodlust the tower, which he does do. We'll see if it's enough to defend. They do have that fortification, and yeah, that's a big fight there. It actually looked like Flea almost saved it with that tornado that he stole, but
yeah,
dude, the death ward inside the chrono is actually doing a ton of work.
Yeah, it's too much damage coming in. They had the perfect, like literally perfect setup, right? They found the Death Prophet on the low ground as they're getting a perfect wraparound. They had everything available. That was exactly what J.Storm was looking for. Just use chrono. I think when they don't have chrono, you don't have to force fights. When you have chrono, go look for an engagement. You should be able to win that one with it.
Yep, and just perma-stunning that DP, because even if you get the chrono, if the DP somehow gets that ulti up, they killed her after the chrono. That would be a lot of damage.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 1-4-3 bounty rune exchange for J.Storm.
And an immediate smoke. They know chrono's down. We have DP ulti. Let's force something. Could it be a Roche force? It does.
I like
it's
it. They have the ulti. Flea bottles the regen. They didn't have a ward on there, though, so they don't see it. Obviously, Invoker can Sunstrike, can Tornado, can really mess with that Roche if they know it's happening. And Juan, the one person showing on the map, might give away a little bit, but hey, it looks like they're just going to be able to take it down super quick.
Yeah, I like this heads-up play. Whenever you're playing versus long cooldowns, and you're still pretty strong, even.
Whoa, someone pick it up, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, they're able to just take advantage of that. That was very good heads-up play.
There's going to be a glyph used for bottom lane, defend the tower. Dude, bloodlusted tower with the split shot, like when you're defending a base, is so insane.
Especially when it's that tower.
Yeah.
When it's not like the normal towers, when it looks like those, they throw
so fast.
Yeah, they throw so funny.
Oh, Juan will sad at Brax. They both get scared of each other, both running away. Yeah, looks like it will slow down. We saw J.Storm was grouped up as 5 for a long time, but not so much anymore. Juan will just throw a stun. I love it instantly, but it's the multi-cast that stuns him again. And now Moo, he tries to slow him down with that time dilation, but they might want to turn it. Juan, he's running. He's like, you can kill me. I don't care. I'm a 5 position. There's going to be the call. And yeah, they get the kill. There's going to be a good chrono onto 4, onto 3, actually. One's his teammate. There's going to be coming out. Old White, though, he gets shielded because it's stolen by Flea, and Flea. Excellent job just shielding up everyone. That is going to be the Aegis, possibly. No, Moo taking a lot of damage. Will make it out. Nice ice path by Moose on the backside. They're chasing. Fear goes down. And Old White, he's just chasing. Will the rocket hit? It does. Do we have a call right afterwards as well? Do we need the call? No, it's a silence. And I annihilate Danny, showing him how it's done there. And Demon Slayers, I love it. Juan like runs, and then he's like, wait a minute, I'm a 5 position. I'll just run it. He doesn't even end up dying. He just baits in a fight.
He bought back.
Oh, he did? Okay. He did die. It's like he didn't die. Whatever. He's 5.
Yeah, they actually didn't have that much to commit into the chrono. They have this, Sunstrike plus Meteor, but it's not high level, like we've been mentioning for the Invoker. He's more of a Quas Wex build. And yet they were all there. Like, look at the positioning. Like, Brax's ulti is already forced, and the rest of J.Storm is all kind of starting to scramble over there. But all of Demon Slayers is there first, and they're tanky. Like you said, the shield from Flea.
Uh-oh. There's going to be a Sunstrike. It does do quite a bit to Annihilate, but he does have that Spirit Siphon. Looks like they want to get out. Juan, I believe he might be committing himself to death.
Ooh, he's going to be dead for quite a bit too, right?
He will. He's going to make some space here.
Bloodlusted.
Dude, he is just running, needs one hit. Brax like, please, just give me the one. Stand still for a second. Looked like he might have been buying. They're trying. He is making quite a bit of space here. Into the base he goes.
I was like, is he buying or is he dropping items and taunting them right now? Like?
And he will end up going down. He's dead for a minute, but he buys a lot of time. Now they all know there's 4 heroes bottom, so close to Belay. He has that BKB in about 500 gold. Full pipe on Axe. This is starting to get a little bit scary if you're J.Storm, because a DP ultimate right now is real strong.
Yeah. Almost the BKB on Moo. That's going to protect him a lot. The silence has actually been pretty annoying for him. Even just the missiles or any type of little stuns have definitely been obnoxious. And we are seeing more points in Exort. So I actually thought he didn't have that many, but he had like 4, I think, for that combo. But that's still not, the maximum, which still is a very big difference.
Yep. And Flea, once again, he steals that shield, which is big for the team fights. And I'm curious, we'll see if Old White changes, because he's been initiating, but now with the BKB on Void, you kind of want to counter-initiate with that. That's your BKB piercer, and pretty nice, we'll see.
Yeah, the shield thing is actually a big deal, because like the panel was talking about, there was no save for the Death Prophet. There's no save for the Death Prophet. Real big with an Aether Lens, stealing shield is a save for the Death Prophet inside that chrono a lot of the times.
Okay. There's the BKB picked up by Void. They might want to look for ABBA. Yep, pops the ulti will run. It's a long TP or else might have been able to get the stun off. No points in Ignite. I love it.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
4-0-4. You curious about it? What, you like the points? Or
No, I like the
okay.
4-0-4 actually. It's just he's just like abandoned. It's gonna get like dispelled half the time. You're all about just like you're walking up, stunning, and having your max bloodlust. Yeah. I like it.
So that jar, that's a nice item to find right after the BKB getting that rune, the double damage. There's the bloodlust. I feel they might just possibly push down this tier 2. Maybe even, can you threaten base with Chrono up or no? With the double damage, BKB is.
I think you can threaten a little bit right now, but how long do they have on Aegis? About a minute and something?
They went down. No, it didn't. Oh,
yeah. I think it has about a minute or so or less. So I think right now they can force the issue. When Aegis is gone, maybe they just start pressing it back, just force them back to the base, and then go reset and farm your lanes out.
Yep. Got to be careful though, as you see in that picture-in-picture. They're just creeps killing the tower right now, bottom lane. Decent a minute, it looks like 400 damage on that tower.
Yeah, it was creeps and a Forge Spirit, so was getting a little bit of extra push.
Oh, and here we go. Old White, he actually gets found. There is going to be a coconut, but good job by...
Dispels the DD right away when Costa Belay popped it.
Yep. That is the problem. Tons of that. He will just run uphill, so have to be careful. It is a level 3 ulti now from the gyro.
You can see J.Storm is playing around the timer of that Aegis. They're hitting him like once or twice, but they know it's going to be going down very soon. They don't want to commit.
No point to.
Yeah.
And so it will be the 25-minute bounty runes are going to get scooped up. Moo does a good job of stealing some of the ones bottom. And all right, now they are going to move forward. That's a blink away from the axe, but Moo also scared. Both teams are pretty scared right now. They don't want to be the one to lose that fight.
This Aegis is definitely about to tick out. Brax is probably going to start slowing him down.
Let's see what they can do. There's the it goes out immediately, right and they're going to find the kill. No, not yet. There is going to be that. Do we have a shield? Can he use it? No, because he is BKB. He'll just go down. I think he's probably going to dive in with the shield. That's such a good timing by J.Storm. And now he gets the first hit bash. He will shield himself. The cold snap's there. And that's another one. What a play by J.Storm.
That's when you know, like, it's so important to have Roche timer in those situations. So sure, they could have chased and killed him maybe earlier on, but no, they were playing perfectly around that one. Get a great chase forward, and they transition. Unfortunate they don't have a tier 2 to take down here, but at least they're able to push their lane out, at least on the side of J.Storm after that kill too.
Yep. I mean, they could think about pressuring the base here. You have a Jakiro, you have a Alacrity, you have an ABBA.
They've got a, they're healing the catapult as well with Brax. I love it.
Dude, this is actually gonna be a lot of, even if like they don't commit heroes, you just Alacrity that siege creep, you hit it 4 times with Brax.
He's gonna hit the Brax instead. All right.
I know, and there's a tower gonna be split shot and down. And they don't want to jump in yet. Obviously, Rubik coming alive in about 2. Gyro still needs 10 seconds to spawn. Brax, they just want to get this tower and get back. I have a feeling, can they kill it in time?
Brax is committing forward. Now they're throwing the Alacrity. The Liquid Fire is going.
Stun onto the siege creep. Pick it up. They don't want any damage being done to this tower.
That was great seize of opportunity by J.Storm, though. They didn't have anything else to get. They didn't want to move around the lane, so yeah, take what you can get, at least a little bit there.
And now this next Roche looks real important. Obviously, you have a Chrono that can fight there, but if you lose a fight, Death Prophet will be taking it.
Annihilate just got the big item, too. He's got his Aghanims now on that Death Prophet, too. That's a big increase.
If there's going to be a Sunstrike, it won't hit onto anyone. Rocket will end up hitting him. They're going to throw an ulti down. They just want to kill Brax. They don't care. They're healing him up. They're like, we can kill him again. They want to commit for more, but because they did so much damage while he's getting healed, the rest of them should be able to make it. Old White. He's looking, Moose. Did he see him? It was nighttime. There's going to be the Yules. He's going to Ice Path. Will he just go for the TP? He's going to try. I love it. The drums. Will he get in time? Needs to call, but he won't.
Ooh, Old White didn't go for the prediction play there on the edge of the tree.
Yep. I love it, too. The drums from the gyro to help him catch up, but it just wasn't enough.
Juan.
He's getting a deep ward.
They're going to know a ward is there now. I mean, they had vision anyway of him, so.
Roger's a Sunstrike. He's breaking some ankles. I love his team's just killing a tier 1 right now. They're like, whatever, Juan.
So they should they should get that D ward pretty much instantly on the side of J.Storm as they saw him.
There it is.
Yep.
It's a good plan. It feels like the little things J.Storm's doing better, as you said, calculating the Roche timer so they only have to kill him once, these wards, countering wards. Because otherwise, it's a pretty even game. Demon Slayer's actually in the lead gold-wise.
Yeah, it gets really scary because I like the Demon Slayer's draft, but once you get to these later stages, when Invoker has Cataclysm and these Chronospheres are coming out, if you're stacked at all, everyone's just going to die. You get hit by this. It doesn't matter, You're just going to get hit by multi-hero Cataclysms and you're dead. Even in a single stun, you can just pop it, like an Ice Path and use Cataclysm. So definitely going to have to watch out for them. It's not here just yet. I think it's 4 more levels for the Invoker, but that has to be something that Demon Slayers has to keep in the back of their mind.
Yep. Oh, they might find a couple Demon Slayer players up here. Flea kind of sitting there. Will just get a steal. They know he's there after they see the steal, but he'll get shield again.
Yep.
And we do see it's going to be an Aghanims from the Abba. Can you explain for the people at home, it has changed. What does it do now?
It just, when you have your ulti active, you shoot mist coils out to heal your teammates every time they take over 375 damage. The Chrono on 2.
It's coming out, and they're trying to kill the Gyro. Flea once again, trying to save. Won't matter. So much damage from the Alacrity Moo. And that's the problem. Like, he doesn't even need that extra item because you have that Alacrity. Old White, he's in a little bit of trouble.
Ooh, the shield, though. Removes that Cold Snap.
Removes the Spirit Vessel as well. Looks like he will be able to make it out. Only Gyro's dead. Juan's like, yo, let's fight. The rest of this team's like, no, I don't think so. And they will make it out.
Cold Snap talent is so insane. And he's like, he hit the level 15 a little bit ago, but like him able to just throw out like 2 Cold Snaps constantly throughout the fights is definitely have an impact. And yeah, they find the Gyro again and just destroy him.
It feels like he almost needs that Satanic Annihilate now. The shield immediately flees. So annoying with that shield.
Oh, it feels bad. It's a poor Invoker. Losing your Vessel
Spirit
charges.
Vessel. My Cold Snap, my Spirit. Well, we move almost level 20 now. And now he's going Satanic.
Yeah, now they can back up and reset, right? Now they don't need to really force the issue or press issue forward. Just wait for Chrono, wait for it all to naturally hit you again. We're seeing that start to happen a lot here for J.Storm, and they're taking advantage of the way that they can play around their timings. And yeah, like you said, Brax going for that Ags. A lot of damage will be dished out from Demon Slayers in a very fast moment by Gyro Death Prophet. We're probably going to see a lot of mist coils be flying out of him when he gets that picked up and he has borrow time on.
And we see actually J.Storm, they just backdoor that tier 1 tower top. The creep wave was actually in their base. They're like, let's just go kill the tier 1, no backdoor protection.
I like it.
Just free gold, right?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see, going for a BKB now on the Invoker, getting very close. And it just feels like once like this Void is 5-slotted, this Invoker as well, there's not much you can do on the Radiant side.
Yeah, they're just going to need some like dream kind of like counter initiations or initiations themselves. Like if Axe can ever find people standing together, but
or Moo misses a Chrono. It feels like Moo has had amazing Chronos, which also means Demon Slayers, they need to watch their positioning because it hasn't been less than 3 heroes, it feels like, in those Chronos.
What is Old White? Is Old White going for the BKB next on this Axe? Because I do think he needs it because there's that Yule Scepter. Okay, he is. So because the Yule's on the Jakiro early on, and even the Invoker, like they have such ways to cancel and mess with this Axe call.
Yep. Oh, and Juan, he's just going to run uphill. Annihilate's there. They're going to throw it out. There is a Shrine. I don't know if you want to take this fight into the Shrine. I think they see that they're playing it so cautiously. Juan, he's in a load of troll. Flea does blink forward, looks for the steal, but the Abba, he's going to be fine. Looks like everyone's going to be fine. Too scared. I mean, they saw the Shrine. Juan's like, well, takes a U-turn, gets out of there.
This is what all the players have been talking about so much about, like these Abaddons, these Omnis, like these healing heroes that can just, mostly the Abaddon, of course, but like these frontlining. You expect a movement coming, you park Abaddon where they're going to make their move, and you actually just can't make an aggressive move, really. He just eats it all. He didn't even have to use the borrow time there, and now they can smoke, get on the counter aggressive move because they have the Chrono available again.
Yep. And he knows the only way he really dies, like he gets Yules during his ulti, but I mean, Annihilate's not going to commit a Yules not on himself defensively.
Yeah,
and they're going to go. There he is. Well, it won't matter. That Yules is not going to do anything.
That's just a lot of fire.
Yeah, and Moo, just perfect Chrono. That was the first time, but he wanted the one hero Chrono, and they get it. They might be able to push Arax. Doesn't look like they will. Let's get a head on back. I think they know they're not on the timer. I don't think either team's really on a true timer, but I think J.Storm does have the better late game.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Especially, I mean, Abaddon's just so ridiculous. I hope we get to see the Ags actually like in action. A huge fight come out, and he just ends up healing everybody to full pretty much. They even have mech. They have so many different tools that they will have actually to counteract a lot of the damage that will come out from Demon Slayers. And yeah, they keep fighting on their own like initiative. Like every single time they want to take a fight, seems like that's when J.Storm is able to get it so far.
And well, this Roche, it's not going down the quiz, but once you get the Alacrity and the double damage it does, the Death Prophet being dead kind of stops, and I don't think he's committing a buyback with 15 seconds anymore. Will be a Gyro ulti flying out, but it won't matter. Yep, Dire just pounds into Roche.
Oh,
yeah, he looks for it. No, he's going to get Ice Path. Will be shielded, but it comes after. And now there's going to be the wall going down. A lot of ice everywhere, a lot of ice fire. But J.Storm, they're just going to back up. Death Prophet is TPing into the Shrine. All right. There's going to be another stun. They want to pop Brax's ulti early. I feel like it finally will go out. He's just going to try to right-click swing on. Old White gets blown up. Annihilate doesn't throw out his ulti.
That's another advocate for really needing BKB. Yeah. Just gets, like, I think it was like a Maledict into the Meteor combo, just dies almost instantly, and now Moo. He's looking to chase forward.
Yeah, we'll get the stun up. Oh, here comes the rocket. They need to be careful. Does he have the silence? It's going to be a kill. That is going to be the Aegis. So Brax doesn't have ulti. He already used it. Do they have the lockdown? What do they got? There it is. It's the blink called nice. Tornado coming out. He's taunted. Still they get him. Coast to Belay with that axe. The side gunner, he's like, I got you, little guy. I'm like Han Solo there. And they're gonna push forward. I love it. It's a 2K lead for J.Storm, but they're gonna have to commit. I think Moo's gonna have to buy back, right? If they don't want to lose the racks.
You might have to, yeah. It does look like it.
Because even with
the ulti's still on. They actually use Braxis first. Exorcism is running out.
But he Coast to Belay, that's the thing. Like, Bloodlusted, like, he does actually a lot of tower damage. We'll see. I like it. I like the aggression here. You want to force the buyback, and I don't think J.Storm has the best catch.
They really don't.
If Void buys back, they do, but he hasn't committed it quite yet. He really doesn't want to. Are they willing to give up this tier 3? I annihilate. The ghosts are flying. It's still alive. No, the last ghost. The butterfly soars in and hits it. Now Rocket will fly.
They're keeping it up. They know what they want to do here. They know that Void doesn't want to buy back. Now they look like they're going to start backing up. Bounty runes are spawning in 10 seconds, so it does look like that's going to be...
They need to back up together because they want to kill shrines, but the Void can just TP into a shrine if he has his heroes behind him.
Yeah, they have to be careful how they split, and they're not. They're sticking all together. They're actually just going to make sure that they get the bounty runes bottom. They
got one top
too.
Yep. And he'll get another. He will leave one, but hey, 3 for 1, and guess what? That is now a gold lead for Demon Slayers. And we're seeing the impact of the silence from Death Prophet. Like a 3-man silence that last fight, they can't do anything.
Yeah.
And he's scary. He's got the Maelstrom now. He does have the Satanic, so even if you chrono him, he can still be healing up during that time.
Definitely. They need to watch out. Just the one thing for Demon Slayers is Old White has to be careful of his positioning in the next 4 or 5 minutes because he did use the buyback. So if he does die again, that's going to reduce all of their BKB piercing disable that they have because he was the one that caught the Void there in that last situation because of the buyback.
And now I like it. They are, I mean, they're not doing anything with the Cinemaze like Old White. Yeah, we don't want you to go in. They don't have any real vision. They have one ward like middle, but no one's really there, and one top. No one's showing on either of those wards, so they're very scared, I think.
Yeah, look at how defensive they're playing here. Just knowing how can't play too risky here.
They're waiting for like someone to go through that middle ward. They probably think it's a smoke. They haven't had detection. Now Moo will finally show himself. First time in a minute anyone on J.Storm's been on the map.
Yeah, that's definitely why they're in the base.
And guess what? He does have his Satanic now on Faceless Void if he wishes to buy it. Makes it a lot harder to kill him when he has status resistance.
Yeah. Status resistance, he can use that also versus the Axe a lot of the times too. That's what people always liked is the Satanic versus Axe, even if he goes for Blade Mail, which is not this game. He doesn't actually have the opportunity to, but yeah, it's still always really good for those reasons. And yeah, all he needs to really do is like survive a little bit longer. Like he has so much damage going to be outputted into that chrono.
Do you think he should still go BKB or Blade Mill after the BKB? Is this still a good item or is it too late?
Ooh, I'm not sure.
Because what else would he really get, I guess?
Yeah.
4-stab, I don't know. Axe is such a weird hero. Like at a certain point, like you don't buy those tier, like the really expensive items because they're not that great on you.
Yeah, the only reason I would say the Blade Mail is not just because also the Void, but the Invoker. If you get a Blade Mail on a Cataclysm, he kills himself and he cannot do anything about it unless he uses himself because BKB, pierces through and all that. So
and then you could be out of position if you do that. So
yeah, I mean, so he could still definitely get it, and we do see Cataclysm is online. So J.Storm definitely does still have a bit of that power peak, and I do believe they still have a cheese on Moo.
Yes, they do.
So Cheese and Satanic.
Not the guy you want to go on, probably, if you're Radiant.
Yeah, I think even if he gets caught inside of like an Axe Call, if he has BKB active, he should survive now with the Satanic.
And man, it's still such an even game. It's 16 to 21. Demon Slayers, they are up by about, looks like 700 gold because they keep swapping.
This is a close to bad, right? Yeah.
The Demon Slayers, I know a lot of, I mean, we saw they actually lost a 70-minute game to NIP yesterday that was on the second stream. Like, they've been putting up good fights against these teams.
And there's the Basher queued up like you were talking about. Yep, versus that Void. You want to be able to get those Aghanim's Bash hits as a gyro.
Could save you a few times. We'll see, he could pick it up. I assume he'll just sell the drum and pick it up eventually.
Yeah.
And there's the double damage top, very good for J.Storm because they are holding Radiant in their base. And yeah, Moo, he's heading straight there.
Yeah, this is where map control gets, like, it's always important, but here, whenever I see double runes like Stu's running, it's really, really important.
There's gonna be a tornado, it's only on one Fear. He wants to try to get out of there and Moo. He has the double damage. I like it though, you get the pickup back out. And yeah, they're nervous. It is a 4v5 Old White. He's looking, can't quite find him. Well, we'll see what they want to do with this. I feel like you want to get like maybe some wards down. Whoa. Hello, Brax. Hits him with the Ignite. Moo still sitting there, is already shielded up, has it all damage, but once again, another stolen shield. And I mean, it's hard to not get it stolen because you're always throwing it out and there's a cast time on Miscoil.
Yeah. That is for sure.
Yeah. Top lane does take a little damage on that tower. What's Flea going right now? Level 18 on that Rubik. He's got a Solar Crest, Blink.
It's just
help the team.
It's all about like protecting Costabile, making sure he can do everything possible. I like how they pushed themselves out. I was mentioning how the 40 minutes, it's really important to get map control for these double runes. There will always be DD spawning somewhere. I even saw Moo, he had a bottle queued up actually on him as well, because once you start getting that map control, you want to have bottles to be able to backpack, keep those runes till later fights.
I thought Radiant might go out and place a ward either by the triangle or by the jungle, but...
Oh, he actually doesn't have... I thought Flea actually had the ward and he was going to place one up here, but no, it's just Swan who has
Ogre has one, yeah. I feel you need to get one on the other side of the river, like one that maybe, like anywhere that won't get countered.
Yeah.
But it's tough, and already I love it. Pushing in bottom is 9, just forcing them to rotate down.
Little Force Spirit hitting that range racks, it looked like.
Excellent. Well, there's going to be the cooldown reduction now.
They have wards down bottom. They do spot this Ogre, and he is looking very alone.
Yeah. He's like, please, I just wanted to ward somewhere, and he'll just die.
Double runes.
Let's see. Invis and Arcane. Nothing too, I mean, for an Invoker, I think that Arcane rune's pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean,
or for an Abba.
Void or Abba, I mean,
honestly, anyone,
yeah. I mean, Arcane rune's just a really good rune.
Maybe not for Fear, we don't need it.
Is he gonna get a bottle? Yeah, he's getting the bottle. Yeah, I see Moo do this a lot. A lot of players now, of course, but saving that rune, more constant.
Eventually, there's going to be a double damage that spawns anyways. You're going to want to not use immediately, just bottle it up. And there is going to be the BKB now from the Axe, so can go in with a lot more conviction.
BKB Axe and now also an Ags on Abaddon. So the damage, they were able to bring down the Void earlier, but now that Void has a Satanic, he has a Cheese on him, he has an Abaddon with an Ags behind him too. Looks like it's gonna get a little bit harder. Still super even game though.
Yeah, it is.
I'm just watching this Jakiro creeping though. Now look how farmed Moose is. Level 21.
Guardian Greaves, Ewel's, 2,000 gold.
They have like 4 cores. I mean, so does Demon Slayers kind of. I mean, the bottom ones are starting to trickle out a little bit more, but yeah.
I'm really surprised Demon Slayer's in the league because it feels like they've been stuck in their base like before they got that 1 kill and now after, but they're still 1,000 gold up. Costabile, very farmed.
Yeah.
And I like it. Annihilate shows himself middle, like, hey, I'm on the map. You don't know where the rest of my team is, and they're smoking up. Oh, there's going to be the blink called for. Do they have the chrono? Do they want to use it? Quite. It is going to be used, but he's stuck his own team in there as well. Cataclysm will hit. They haven't even brought down Jakiro. Jakiro finally goes down. They bring down to 1-for-1. There's going to be the buyback. Axe does not have buyback, as we know. The Gyro can't TP to the Shrine because there isn't one, but he's already there. TP to the tier 2. And now that is an ulti used on Brax, so you could see him maybe chase him. Doesn't look like they want to. He does blink forward. Are they going to find Fear? They don't have detection. Wait, didn't Flea have Dust? He must have already used it.
It was on cooldown.
It was on cooldown, he did use it.
And that was that the arc? Oh, actually, there's another catch first.
Juan, he's like, wait, what the hell? What are you guys doing over here? And I feel like that might have been, that was a Roche maybe for one of the 2 teams, maybe for Radiant, because with no chrono there, it felt like you just possibly pop the Ghost and go Roche, but now you can't. And Moo double damage.
He did not actually pop the Arcane before the chrono, it looks like. Yeah, 90 seconds, So it was not
little mistake.
Yeah, he probably had a different item in position. He probably had something else there because it's just an opportunity. Yeah. And there we saw it. We talked about it. The level 20, when it comes out, like how devastating it really can be. You're just dead. You're standing next to each other. You're getting hit by 2 to 4 sun strikes like that.
I like this casual buyback. Juan does it because he's like, I don't want them to go Roche. And then you see Jakiro's like, wait, I don't want them to go Roche either.
Yeah.
And they both buy back. And it does buy time for old whites, so not terrible for Demon Slayers, but there's the Gyro, there's the Basher. He would have loved it in that chrono. Honestly, 1 bash on like a Gyro is the possibility of saving you.
Yeah, I mean, when you have the Satanic, for sure. All you need to do is get that Satanic off after the chrono ends, but he wasn't even able to. He just died a little bit too quickly. Yeah, both teams, like you said, setting up, preparing for that Roche. Chrono gonna be up soon, and like you said, DD also inside Void's bottle, so.
Yeah, Refresher Shard, not the Aghanims. And well, Refresher Shard on an Invoker is pretty scary, or even on a Void as well if you want.
Both sides have really scary potential to come out from that Refresher Shard, for sure.
And it is going to be the Radiance queued up by Abba. He already has enough to buy that Sacred Relic if he wants.
Yeah, I mean, why not? It's not like he's versus like a PL or something where it's like that super beneficial as we saw when Boxy made it, but it's still, it's still solid.
And now with that Aeon Disc on the Death Prophet, obviously the Chrono is not as effective. Should be able to get that ulti off most of the time. But here we go. Ooh, not even going to buy the MKB yet. Let's see.
Chrono is up. They should see that. And it's actually going for Costabile.
Do we have a save from Flea? He didn't pop it. There's going to be trying to get the save. No, he just did. That's a dieback. That's 2 minutes already. Moo, his BKB's wearing up, but it won't matter. Oh, Annihilate, where are you? He's already used all of his ability. He's dead. And honestly, that could be Mega Creeps.
That could just, I mean, he used his ulti.
It could be the game.
Yeah, they have nothing. This could actually just be it. They could look to clean this up here. They're going to slow them down a little bit, but there's no damage. Exorcism's gone. Gyro's dead for 100.
Yeah, and just like that, another good Chrono from Moo. He finds the one hero that doesn't have a buyback, I believe.
And you saw the way he did it too. They saw the DP, but he was like, I don't care about Death Prophet.
Yeah.
Now he has A on this.
Yeah.
I'm going to the back line. That was perfect by the Faceless Void there.
It was, and Flea was nowhere around. There's going to be the call. They are doing a decent amount of damage, actually. Do they have enough silence while he's there? No, the cheese gets eaten by Moo, and now he's going to turn it around. See you later, Axe. Doesn't have the buybacks, not enough gold. Yule's into the air, Juan. He's gonna get taken down as well. Maybe, tanky little boy. But yeah,
He's just full healing everybody though.
He doesn't care. And yep, there possibly could be the kill on Annihilate. That's a dieback as well. Flea, the only one alive. And yep, there's the GG called, but a damn good game at that. And well, Demon Slayers, they look primed to have a little bit of shot. They take that tier 3. They even pressure the melee racks. But in the end, the calm stability of Moo felt like really carried him.
Yeah, calm stability by Moo, and I feel like they had to push the issue a little bit more. I know it's very scary when you're playing versus this Void and everything, but you have to know the inevitability of Cataclysm is coming. Like we were mentioning, it's gonna happen. You can't actually avoid it. It's extremely difficult if you don't have like a Shadow Demon to disrupt and save somebody like that. Sure, you're stealing some shields, but that Cataclysm just does way too much damage if you catch 2 heroes.
Yeah, it doesn't. Fear also, his ward was great, but his warding was even better. He countered so many of Juwan's like deep wards. They couldn't do anything. They got that catch onto the Gyro because there's a ward in the lane. And I mean, what are you gonna do? You catch the Gyro with no buyback and it's just game over.
Yep, I mean, they definitely executed it really well and played really well around the timing of the Chrono, and timings are everything, right? Timing the Aegis, timing a lot of these things.
Yep, and would you suggest any change in draft for Demon Slayers? Or do you think that, I mean, that game was winnable? It seems like maybe just a little bit of, you know, they just got to play a little bit better possibly?
Yeah, I mean, you can always say play a little bit. I think they just had to be a little bit more on the, it's tough to say too, but be a little bit more on the aggressive side. Just even if they were playing aggressive, just a little bit faster to play faster on the Chrono.
Yep, and we do see, so it will be J.Storm up 1 game in this best of 3. Winner of this series will go on to play Team Liquid. We'll see if Demon Slayers can bring it back and make it a 3-game series, so stick around, and we'll be back shortly.